Yeah, man, welcome back, everyone. This is Nicardo Media House. Man, we're here again, But before jumping into, all of us, bless up the people, them, bless up the fans, them, watch the channel, who are here supporting the channel. If you're new, you know what to do. Click that subscription bell, smash that like button, man. But yeah, we dropped our match reaction last time. Reggae Boyz beat 83-2 as we went 1-0 down in that first 15 minutes of the game. We managed to come back and win the game. But at the end of the day, the result is what matters most. 3 points to top the zone. So we're waiting for Canada and Costa Rica. I think that draw will be tomorrow. But it was, I would say, I see a lot of improvements. Some little fine prints of improvements, not major improvements, but one step at a time. Moving forward in the right direction. Getting the W's. That's what matters most. You saw the post interview at one of the coaching staff did, Mr. Garden and Mikel Antonio. Marian Garden was talking about, that World Cup we played in the summer. The players were like together for like 3 to 4 weeks. So, that bring a togetherness, that bring a unity and a family. And, the team is improving day by day. Every time there's a FIFA window, Mikel Antonio talk about, he loved the setup, he loved being around the players and stuff like that. So, it's a good thing to see. But, I'm going to break down the game a little bit more smoothly, more details up. But, starting off with Andre, the goalkeeper, the skipper. It was a comfortable ride, between the stick for the captain. He made a couple of saves. At one point, he acted as a sweeper keeper. He came out and sweep up the ball. He managed and ruled his 6-yard box. So yeah, he had a pretty good game. But just a few more things. His communication again. I think it happened when we played Mexico in Azteca. I think it was Azteca or the semi-final game against Mexico in the World Cup. Like a communication with his back four. I think that goal, I think he could have shuffled over a little bit more quicker, a little bit more footwork and try to stop that ball. We conceding a little bit too many goals now against Caribbean teams. So, we want to keep the clean sheet for the goalkeeper, as it will give them a boost. It will give them an extra pep in their energy, to defend more. I want to always shut out the opposition. When you can keep the opposition shut out for a game, you improve your chances to win the game massively. So yeah, shout out to Andre Blake. He had a really good game. Not much saves to do, but when he called upon, he came for the ball whenever they have set pieces and corner kick and stuff like that. So but both fullbacks, Dexter and Gregley, it was a poor game going forward. To be honest, we only got 1 square from both players, and that was Gregley. We didn't get any crosses into the box from Dexter, but defensively, these guys are really solid. That's what their job first to do, defend first. But if we can get a little bit more from them, either when Amarabel play, if we can get a little bit more from them going forward, it will help out the attacking team. It will help out, our wingers. It will help out our central midfielders, players to get more, support up there where they can get more players to give the ball to. But kudos. But that mistake from Dexter, that ball that played out on his wing, he was late to close the guy down, and then what's his name, Damian Lowe was ahead. I think he was like a couple of yards away from that near post. Deshaun Bernard was like 4 or 5 yards behind him, and then you have the Haitian striker, and then you have Gregley behind. So when that ball came, everyone was ball watching. So I think again it came back down to the goalkeeper to shouting. But watching back the replay, I saw like Andre Blake kind of point, but he wasn't vocal enough to shout. And Gregley should have. He's the one that in front of he's the one that behind the Haitian striker. So he could have give Deshaun Bernard a little shout, because someone, I think, Dan Luisius, the Haitian number 10, was coming from behind Gregley. So he was monitoring that run. So I think he could have shouted out and said, hey, man is behind him. So he probably take a step back. But again, Deshaun Bernard, he wasn't marking goal side. His back was turned to the player. Maybe if he was side on defending and looking at the cross, he probably could have stopped that ball. And then again, he could have easily jumped and even throw off the defender. I think something like that happened already to United in a Champions League where I think when they were playing Bayern Munich, Rio Ferdinand didn't jump. I think Bastian Schweinsteiger scored that goal. So you have to just jump and try to get the foul a little bit off. If you jump and miss the ball, but very good game. But move on to the central midfielder. Daniel Jansen and Joe Lakibody. Again, I don't know how long this is going to happen. By playing Joe Lakibody in the central midfield area. He's a player that shy away from the ball sometimes. He's not comfortable collecting his ball with his back to the opponent team, trying to get the ball from the back four. He's not comfortable doing that. Sometimes when he picked up the ball, he's taking like 2, 3 touches to turn. When you get the ball as a midfielder, you should be scouting out the field. Where is your first option, your second option, and your third option? And you can't take so many touches off the ball as a midfielder, and try to look for a pass. Playing against Mexico and teams like America, Costa Rica, Panama, they will press you and they will just pick your pocket. Daniel Johnson, he's a number 10 playing in a number 8 position. I would say, playing as a number 10 sometimes and play a deeper role, you tend to make decisions a little bit slowly. You tend to take less risk because you are not in a usual position on the pitch where, when you get the ball higher up the hand, he can do what he wants. He have more license to do it. He have more freedom. But when you play it in that era, you have to really be precise and careful how you do it. But his first start, this is his first start. I think the last time he started a game was in the Nation League. I think Coach Jaime Algrin's first game when we went to the Azteca and draw 2-2. I think that's the only remembrance I can remember. Daniel Johnson started a game for the Reggae Boy, but if we can give him time, Daniel Johnson played a little bit slow and stuff like that, but he's one of the better players in this squad currently, who can get on the ball and do things. But again, he's playing in an unusual number 8 position as a number 10. So, I can understand that. But I think if Kira Anderson, the Charlton Athletic player, go box to box, I think if we played him, replacing him and use him over Joe Latibody, I think that would be a good partnership between Kira Anderson and Daniel Johnson. Kira Anderson is someone that can do both sides of the game, defensively and attacking. He's very comfortable. But when I watch highlights of him in the Charlton team, he's not shying away from the ball. He always wants to be on the ball. He always wants to create. He always wants to move the team upwards, and that's the type of player we want on our system for the Reggae Boys. But the wingers, Damari Gray, and Leon Bailey, Leon Bailey kind of, I don't know, man, but I'm still expecting better from Leon Bailey. Over the last couple windows now, FIFA windows, Leon Bailey kind of playing like a supportive player, trying to create for his teammate. But the Leon Bailey that I used to, the Leon Bailey that I play against, I want to see Leon Bailey going at wing backs, going at them, taking on players, cutting on his favorite left foot and shoot, going down that right side, get the ball in the box. That's the Leon Bailey I want. But that he took his opportunity yesterday and he slapped that one in the back of the net. Beautiful pass again from Daniel Johnson. Quick free kick, but so Damari Gray is the one that kept bailing us out of games at times. He can't stop scoring. He scored against Honduras. Now he scored against Grenada, and he scored against Haiti. So yeah, we have to really appreciate Damari Gray's service. He's been playing excellent. He created a few chances of his own. One of them he scored, and the next one he cut in again from that left wing coming, so he hit the side net. I think that was the last action of the first half. So Damari Gray really played good yesterday. Mikel Antonio and Dujan Whisper had a really quiet game. The Haitian, they rough him up. To be honest, the Haitian, they rough him up yesterday, man. They manangle him, but You see, I could see why the coach took him off the field, but um, and Mikel Antonio again, Mikel Antonio do what Mikel Antonio do best, even when he's at West Ham, coming, watching this game deeply and analyzing this game. I think, Mikel Antonio is what I think 33, he's somewhere of a age where, he will be up in age in the next World Cup. But I think for this Reggae Boy system, Mikel Antonio is what Jamaica really need up front. We're not going to create from the midfield a lot. The long ball is going to come from the center halves. That's too much. And the center halves, both Deshaun Bernard and Damian Lowe, them had 26 long balls together. There's only 6 long balls that were accurate yesterday from both center halves. So, and both of them took 100 touches on the ball. I think um, Damian Lowe had 60 touches on the ball, and then Deshaun Bernard had 40 touches. So it's 100 touches combined together. But we need to cut the long ball up. But Mikel Antonio is exactly what Jamaica need, because when we play those long balls, it is where he strive, and this is how West Ham played, kind of, he strive and ball putting into the channels, into open area, and just fighting defenders off the ball. You saw what he did. I think that one created the first goal. The defender climb up on Mikel Antonio back, and he lose the ball, and then he just attack. Or I think that was an attempt. I think that was the first attempt. Yeah, that was the first attempt, but Mikel Antonio, I give you some stat. Mikel Antonio created 2 chances. He had 38 touches, not many touches, but he done a lot yesterday. He worked his socks off. This player is so fit. This player, like to do the dirty work. This player like to play for scraps and all of that. He had 4 passes into the final third. His successful dribble rate, it was 71%, so it was really good. He picked up the ball a lot of times, and he just turned at defenders and just running at them. Direct defenders don't like when attacking players run at them. He won 67% of his duels yesterday, so that was really good. I said Mikel Antonio do what Mikel Antonio does best for his team whenever he play. But we're going to move on. The substitution. I think Bowser came on, Phillips, Hector came on at one point in the latter stage and Anglin, but Bowser came on and got that goal. Bowser looked a little bit more trimmer. He looked a little bit like he's losing weight. He looked a bit more sharp. He looked a bit more fitter. And as I watched his last 2 games for his club team, Claremont, he played against Paris Saint-Germain and Le Havre. They got a point against PSG and lost the next game, but Bowser is creating more opportunities for himself, in and around the box. He got a chance where he could have scored a double. I think the keeper saved that one, or I think it went wide, and but another player, Phillips from Mount Pleasant, the local player. I love this player, I wish this player can get more chances in the team, to be honest, especially in that midfield area where we lacking a little bit of sparks in that midfield. When I watch Phillips for Mount Pleasant, Phillips is a player where, he's not shy away from the ball. He always wants to be on the ball. He always wants to create. He always wants to be that man. So just give him more time in this Reggae Boy team, and give him that international experience, as I think he's one of the gem in the JPL last season and moving on for this season. He's a really good player. I watch this player, and how his attitude around the pitch, his attitude for a midfielder is really good. When you have a midfield player that want to get on the ball, want to create, want to run at defenders, put in a shift when it needed to defend. He likes to get dirty as well too. So I think his game overall is something what we need. But because of his status, is a local player playing for Mount Pleasant. Players coming in from the championship on the Premier League. He's not going to get much chances. But I want to see Phillips in this team, especially playing against Grenada. Asian team. Stuff like that, and Honduras. But really, really appreciate what happened yesterday in the game. But a little things that Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed was kind of missing. He didn't play yesterday. You could see a lot of times the gap between Whisper combined Antonio and the midfielders Lati Body and Daniel Johnson, it was too much of a gap, so we needed that midfield, that number 10 in that area to just running around those pockets and just orchestrate the game, demonstrate the game, just do what number 10 do, get on the ball, create for your team, go for the ball shot, bring it forward, link up plays with winger, link up plays with your strikers. So, I think if we can get that player, and I think Bobby Reid is another player, I think Bobby Reid will be a beautiful partnership with Mikel Antonio. As Bobby Reid, he work his socks off, he don't shy to put in a defensive shift in. And when you have players like Mikel, Bobby can play together up front as a as double striker, and sometimes Bobby can drop back and play as a attacking midfielder when we're defending and can press the opponent. That will be a really good partnership. And then you have Gray and Bailey on one wing, or whoever can come in for Bailey sometimes, but Bobby Reid, I think, will, if we can get Bobby Reid, Antonio, Gray, Bailey, so anyone in that midfield area that capable of doing what midfielders can do. Ethan Pino, Bernard, either Lowe, Dexter Lambasica and Amari Bell, either Gregory and Blake. Well, if we can get that 11 on the pitch against any big team in CONCACAF and we do what we're supposed to do, it will be problem beating the Reggae Boyz, trust me. But we didn't put enough pressure on the ball yesterday. At times we give the Asian too many respect. We give them too many times on the balls. They had more passes than us yesterday. The Haitians have 403 passes yesterday in the game. We had 349. But we need to put more pressure on them. But lack of movements again. There wasn't enough movement in around the midfield areas and the wings. Players, when we lose the ball, players kind of walking back, player not tracking back, player not running back. That's it. This is why Mikel Antonio is the standout striker for West Ham. He loves to do the dirty work. He loves to get his shift in both defense and attacking. When we lose the ball, Mikel Antonio is one of the first attacking players always to get back into position. That's the attitude. That's it. That's how David Moyes mold him. So as a player, you have to do the basic. Those things are the basic. 1, 2, 3, ABC. When you lose the ball, get back in shape. And 10 times again, players, kept walking back for the Reggae Boyz. But moving forward, I think 4-4-2. I think the 4-4-2 can work. You just have to have the right personnel. As I said, Bobby Reid and Mikel can play up front. Bobby Reid drop back in that number 10 midfield, playing those little pockets, get those little triangles with the wingers and the strikers and the midfielders. But if we can't get those personnel, I think the coach is going to have to change it up a little bit. But he's not going to do it. As far as I see, this is what he's going to use. 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1. This is what he's going to use. So we're going to have to work with it. But I can see that the team is getting a little bit more better. We can get a little bit more understanding. But let's see where we move from here, But if we continue to concede early and concede too many goals in our games, especially like when we conceded early in that game in the World Cup against Mexico. I think we conceded in the first 7 minutes. We didn't recover. We did not recover well. When we scored early in games, we tend to control the game a little bit more better. We tend to play with a little bit more freedom. As in that America game in the World Cup, that first group stage game, we scored first. What Jamaica did, we start to press, we start to play on the ball, we start to have confidence, we start to move the ball a little bit more quicker. So, we can't afford to concede too many goals early. And we conceded 2 goals against Haiti yesterday. We conceded 2 goals against them at home. So we need to keep some clean sheets moving forward, to be honest. But yeah, this is, my review of the game, what happened tactically. But there is one thing that really stand out for us yesterday. Again, we had too many passes in our own halves, to be honest. We had 128 passes in our own half. You see, in the second half, we had 86 passes in the opposition half, and we had 55 passes in our own half. So the second half, we came out a little bit more bright. We came out want to be on the ball. We came out want to get that second goal, and we did. As we got that opportunity, in the first, I think the first minute of the second half when Deshaun Bernard was a corner kick that swing back out, and I think the Margaret swing back the ball in, and Bernard was like 3 yards away and he just couldn't score the goal. And then right after that, we created another chance and Shaman Nichols to score. But things like this going to improve. But but when you watch a team like different international teams, they add more passes into the opposition final third. That's where the game, that's where we want to play the game. When you can get most of the balls played in our attacking third, we will create more chance. We will feel a little bit more confident. We will have a better winning percentage in games. So that's what we just have to improve and stuff like that. But as I said, it's getting better. The team is kind of finding that little mojo. Is just the midfield. If we can get that midfield sorted out, and I think it's not far away, people dead in the CONCACAF. I'm telling you. But I kept saying Mexico, Canada, or Costa Rica is next. I think the draw will be tomorrow. I will do a reaction on the draw. So watch out for that video. But thanks for watching. This is Nicardo Media House. Salute. Boom.
In the city life, I'm feeling so alive. Drifting around the corner, got them shades on my eyes. It's a pretty little thing by my side that's flawless. Why you niggas still chasing routes?